recording. Is it going? Yep, it's on my own. It's a new meeting. Hello. Maybe we can edit that out. Yeah, sure. Yay. You don't really have to sit on the front row with me if you don't want to. You know what, I'm going to, Shannon, will you hold that door? I mean, I think we're good, but just to... after Whitney comes in, I mean. Too late. We gotta go. Door control. Okay, great. All right, well, welcome you guys, and thanks for your patience just for a few minutes until we got our technology up and going. We're so fortunate to have Zoom, but we just want to make sure that it's working and that it's being effective. So we actually have several people watching, and we are going to record this, so if you do have consultants that do want to watch and listen to Danielle do the Discover Arbonne, and also we have a lot of people that are being recognized that are not able to be here tonight. So my name is Julie Peters, and I'm a Regional Vice President here in the Woodlands. Been with Arbonne for over 10 years now. That sounds so weird to say that, but I love that. I know, I can't wait till it's longer than everything else, but then I'd be really old. So we're just gonna go with 10 years is good, I don't know. Thank you. It's Arbonne, right? But welcome guests and visitors. We're really thrilled that you guys are here, and I think you're going to be in for a treat tonight. And I want you to just really listen with an open mind. If you are brand new to Arbonne, if you're not even in Arbonne yet, or if you signed up yesterday, or what have you, just listen to what you're going to hear, because it may also be for someone that you know. Listening is a big part of this business, and when we listen and find a need and hear a need, that's when we really can introduce this business, introduce these products, and allow people to really change their lives. And sometimes I know that sounds so weird, and sometimes it almost sounds cliche or corny, but I bet almost everybody in this room that's been in Arbonne more than like 10 minutes would say that it's changed their lives. I mean, it really, really has. So anyway, we're excited to have everybody here tonight. We're thrilled to have the dealership as our location where we're able to do the meeting. And I just want you, before we bring up Danielle, I want to ask you two questions that we often ask in Arbonne. And one is, where do you see yourself in a few years from now? And I know for me, when my sponsor asked me that question, and the thought of it was, I didn't want to be where I was 5 years from then. I was 47 years old at the time.
You're over.
Yeah, just barely. And when she said that, it was just a little bit scary, because I was just going through the motions in the corporate world thinking, this is just what you do. And that the thought of really thinking about where would I be in 5 years, it did unrattle me a little bit. And it made me a little bit concerned. And at the time, 2 kiddos were going to be soon to going into college, also knowing that there would be weddings in the future after that. Now at this point, fortunately, we're on the other side of that in those 10 years. They both graduated. They're both married. One has joined my business, which is a super blessing. But I also want to, wanted to ask also the other question, which is, if something were to happen to the main income earner of your household, whether it be a layoff, which unfortunately in Houston, as great as our economy is, that's happening. And I've talked to people almost every single day who's going through a layoff or a cutback or something like that. And if it's not a layoff or a cutback, God forbid, what if it's an accident? Jess and I were headed to a meeting this morning, and we were at the Parkway Inn at Panther Creek, and we saw a horrific accident. And I pray that they're still okay. But obviously, when the person that left this morning to go wherever he or she was going, that wasn't in the plan, right? So that was something that today, whatever that outcome is for those folks, hopefully just, that they're okay and shaken up. But nonetheless, we never know when something like that is going to come in to our life that is unexpected, that's going to shake things up quite a bit. So just listen with an open heart and an open mind, and think of people. If you are brand new, or if you're not new, because if you're new, we want you staying. But as a guest, think of somebody else too, that you might hear something that we say that you'll think, oh my gosh, this could be a fit for so-and-so. And the beautiful thing about this business is we get to pick and choose who we want. If you know a friend and they're pretty high maintenance and all they do is, start every Facebook post with "ugh," that might not be the person that you asked to join your business. And there are those people, unfollow. Just saying. So, just think about those things. So actually, I'm gonna jump right into having Danielle come up here. And you guys, I'm gonna let Danielle do most of her own introduction. She's gonna do the Discover Arbonne, but I really want her to share her story and weave her story into it. But sure. Danielle is gorgeous and amazing, and we met in Green Bay for the very first time, face to face, and then we had the opportunity to be on a cruise together, which that was a lot of fun. And Danielle moved here like 2 weeks ago. Yep. And she has a guest. Okay, I'm just saying. All right. So no pressure, right? But anyway, so I'm going to let Danielle start.
Awesome.
Danielle, here's my iPad, so you can. Whoops. There you go. Swipe. You can swipe.
All right.
You got it. And
It should wake up.
It'll wake up in a second.
Okay.
So anyway.
So awesome. Hi guys, thank you so much for having me. I'm very excited to be here. And as Julie said, I actually just moved here. It'll be actually 3 weeks tomorrow. However, last weekend I was in California, and then this weekend I'm going to Boston for the weekend. So I'm like, I've been here maybe 10 days total, but it's really exciting. I'm loving the warm weather here. I'm originally from New Jersey, so it's getting pretty cold there now. So I like the weather here is awesome. And just a little bit about me and my background and how I kind of got started in Arbonne. So I was originally introduced to the Arbonne opportunity by my sister, who is now ERVP Jessica Swerzik, if any of you know who she is. And of course, being sisters and, best friends, the first person that she wants to talk to about business was me. And I was like, what are you, nuts? I would never do that. Like, no, don't talk to me about that. Don't want to do it. I was like, I don't want to use the products. I'm going to stick with what I have. All the above. I was very not nice, negative. And I said no to her for 6 months. And then finally, eventually in September 2012 is when I said yes. Prior to that, I had graduated college in 2010. I have a bachelor's degree in business marketing. I graduated college, got the real job. Hated what I was doing. I did that for a year, and I thought like, oh, I have the 9 to 5 income that. Can they see me okay on that?
Yes.
All right. I'm like, is that someone saying? Because I do Zoom all the time. No. And I was like, oh, I did my 1 year experience. I could get any job that I wanted. Also not the case. So I was like, okay. So I went back to waiting tables, which is what I did throughout my college summers. Because I made great money. It was shorter hours, closer to home. So I was like, okay, these are things that I want. But I didn't go to school, and I don't have student loans to be a waitress. No offense or anything. But it's just not how I saw my life going. And for those of you that aren't familiar with the service industry, but I worked nights, weekends, holidays. If I wanted off, I had to request off. So like I was working Christmas Eve, Mother's Day, Father's Day, missing out on events that were important to me and being with my family, even though I don't per se have a family yet. Because that's something that people always thought if there were moms that work there. They're like, well, you can work, you don't have kids. And I was like, what the heck? Like I still have people that care about me and want me to be there, So that's a perception that everybody had. But I really just jumped into Arbonne because I thought about what if, and I was like, what am I going to do here? Like, if this is where I'm going to be for the next 5 years, I definitely don't want it to be here. So I knew I needed to make a change. And basically that's when I just told both my sister and my sister-in-law, actually, because I said no to my sister first. And my sister-in-law had said yes to her. My sponsor is my sister-in-law, not even my sister. So that's also funny. A lot of people don't know that. But anyway, so I did jump in September 2012 with both feet. I became a district manager in 5 weeks, just like, the system. I'm like, okay, just do what they say to do. I was like, and I promise it works. And then in 6 months, I became an area manager. And then I felt like I was almost stagnant. And I was like, okay, what do I have to do to go region? Because we all know, like, sometimes going from 10 to 40 can be a big jump. And right now, if we're going 40 to 160, I'm like, how the heck did I do that? And I remember starting Arbonne, and I was like, how the heck am I ever going to do $6,000? Like, you think it's like the biggest number in the world. Meanwhile, I think about it now, and I'm like, okay, that's so minute. Like, it's very, very easy as long as you just help a couple other people become successful in this business. That's like one of my key takeaways, definitely. So like I said, I started, and then 2 years, I told myself, I was like, I am not working at this restaurant anymore through any summers. So I worked at the restaurant, and I built my Arbonne business for 2 years consistently, part-time, which is about 10 to 15 hours a week. I worked in the nooks and crannies. I went to the restaurant it may have been. And that's when I built my business to the VP level. So I left my job. It's so weird to think that over a year ago, I was waiting tables, and now I'm like, I can do whatever I want every day. It's really nice to wake up to no alarm clock and decide what you want to do on a daily basis. So that's basically what happened. And now we're very close to going nation. I'm hoping by the end of the year, because I'm itching to be in Maui in January. But I will definitely be walking across the stages in New Nation. So I'm super excited. And again, thank you so much for having me. I'm truly, truly honored. And I will be eventually making my way down here. I'm going to be buying a house here. I'm currently living in the city. Sorry, I was late. Lots of traffic, and I did not expect that. So just a little bit about the Arbonne opportunity. For those of you that have never really heard about the Arbonne story, these are just some pictures of, actually, this is really cool because these are all consultants, and if you've ever seen a catalog before, we don't pay any models or actresses or anything like that to be in our catalogs. It's all actually Arbonne consultants, which I think is super cool. So a little bit about the Arbonne story is we're a 35-year, almost 36 in January, botanically based beauty and health and wellness company. And we have a cutting edge research and development, which is so awesome because we actually have clinical trials that back up our product results. So we are a very results driven company, which is also amazing. We have a passionate culture of independent consultants, like some of the people in the room here. It's a global opportunity. So it's not necessarily, people are like, oh, I don't know anyone. I'm like, let me see your cell phone, because I bet you have more than 3 contacts in there. So you know somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody. Maybe you don't know someone in a country that we're in, but we're currently in the US, the UK, Canada, Australia. We launched in Poland last year, and then we're getting ready to go into Taiwan, which is super awesome. And that's basically the gateway for Asia and to completely globalize. We have a super generous compensation plan. You're going to hear about how you could perhaps make about $20,000 a month in the company. You can have a willable business at the 2nd level, which is so awesome. I don't know any other corporate America job where if you were to pass, your family would still collect your paycheck. And with Arbonne, you can. It's like basically you're leaving a legacy for your family. We have a super awesome home office team. It's located out in Irvine, California. And I am very lucky because my sister actually lives out in California. So whenever I go out there, I am always going to the home office. And I have a retreat every year. I'm a part of Amy and Chris Weilert's Success Line, if any of you are familiar with them. But we have a retreat out there every single year. And I've done tons of home office tours. And I just like to say this because when we do a tour, we get to see everything, and I think it's so funny, the return desk there, it's probably smaller than this table up here. There wasn't even a person sitting there, and there was like 3 products on a shelf, and I was like, this is it? And they're like, yes. So like I was saying before, Arbonne, we have cutting edge results, and it's all proven. So we have a less than 0.5% return rate on our products. I've been in the business now for 3 years. I've never had someone want to return something to me before because the products actually do work. And then I'm going to get into the habits that they create a little bit later on. But we have super state-of-the-art distribution centers all around the globe, not just here in the US. So a little bit about what makes our products different, because sometimes some people are like, well, why can't I just go into a CVS or a Nordstrom or whatever to get Arbonne products? So 1, we are a hybrid of network marketing and direct sales, and 2, it's very different of what our product formulations are. So everything is plant-based, which basically means everything is derived from plants and herbs, and we blend the best of science and nature together. We have super high-quality ingredients that are all from around the globe. Everything is pH correct, so if you think that you have sensitive skin, it's perfect for you. Same thing with being hypoallergenic. Vegan certified, I love, love, love that, that we're 100% vegan, which means we don't do any testing on animals. And if you don't know what a rendering plant is, I want you to go home and Google that. I'm not going to get into it, but if you are not cool with slapping dead animals on your skin every day when you wake up, you don't want to be using something that's not a vegan product. And we also, so we don't test on animals, and we don't use any animal byproducts. Animal cruelty is just disgusting and wrong. It's definitely not going to have the same effect on my skin that it is on theirs. We have dermatologists tested, ophthalmologists tested, pediatrician tested. Everything is actually tested by real people with clinical trials, and we're not just recommended, which I'm sure a lot of you have heard that, the #1 brand recommended by dermatologists. Basically, all that means is that a drug rep went into a doctor's office, left a couple of samples for people to test and take. They don't actually test them, just like we see Jennifer Aniston using Almay lotion. She doesn't, let's be honest, okay? She gets paid a lot of money to say that she does. That's a celebrity endorsement. They do not actually use those products. And we're built on a Swiss heritage with European standards, which is huge because over in Europe, the standards are way, way, way higher than they are here in the US. So for us to be correlated with them is amazing. And I always tell people, if you were, let's say you were to go to the mall here and buy something from Chanel, right? And then you were to go over to Paris and buy that same product, it's completely different because of the regulations between the US and over there. So it's something really important to look at. And then what we don't formulate with, which I kind of was getting into, but we don't formulate with any gluten is so awesome, especially in our nutritional line. A lot of people that have a gluten intolerance or celiac disease, you can use all of those products. We don't formulate with any petrolatum or AKA mineral oil, petroleum. It's really, really bad for your skin. It just acts like it's a saran wrap. It doesn't let any of the bad toxins come out or anything good actually go in. So you're never getting moisturized. And that's why we're constantly putting lotion on. And I know people that have used like Vaseline for their lips, and I'm like, no, like that's why you're dry, because you're just blocking those pores. So you definitely don't want to use anything with that ingredient in it. And like I said before, no animal byproducts, don't test on animals, formaldehyde, donating preservatives, no chemicals, dyes, fragrances, artificial colors, flavors, sweeteners, no parabens or anything like that. So if you're looking for a product that is real and is truthful to you, this is definitely it, because we don't have anything to hide. All of our ingredients are listed on our labels, and if you were just to go on our website and want to see them all, you can see that. We aren't like, oh, you can't see anything, because we're very right in front of your face company. So we have a wide range of consumable products, which is awesome. So I'm always like, okay, do you have skin? Yes. Do you take a shower? Yes. Great. You can use Arbonne products. So it's really that easy. Everyone has skin nowadays, at least that I know of. And I'm sure everyone in this room took a shower today. So you use some of these products that are probably up here on this screen. But we have over 350 consumable products, which is awesome. So, you use something, you run out of it, you reorder it every single time. Because it's not like I ran out of shampoo and I'm like, oh, I just won't put shampoo in my hair for the next however many years of my life. You go out and you buy those things. So our products create habits because they work so well. So people continually come back and buy Arbonne. And there's ways you can get awesome discounts and stuff as well, which is another way that people are drawn to our products. But we have our RE9 line for men and women, but truly the RE9 anti-aging line is a gender neutral line. Men and women can use it. My boyfriend uses it. We have a calm line for sensitive skin, bath and body stuff, hair care, deodorant, toothpaste, nutrition, wellness, makeup, sun care, baby, you name it, we have it. And then the Arbonne Scientific Advisory Board, I always tell people, like, if you aren't sure if Arbonne is a real company, this to me proves it, because we have all of these people that are actually doing the testing of our products, which is so awesome. And just something that I think is really cool is, for example, Carlita Nelson, she's actually an ENVP in Arbonne, and prior to that, she was an RN. And for my sister, she's a physician's, I don't know if she still is, but she may be. But my sister's a physician's assistant. She works one day a week because she wants to, not because she has to, and it's something that she's passionate about. So it doesn't matter what your background is. You don't have to be an RN or a doctor or whatever. You can be a college, you just have to be 18, basically, a college student. Whatever your background is, it doesn't really matter, but I think it's cool that she is a part of that. And she is a consultant because she saw how she can leverage her time and create a residual income, and you cannot do that with a traditional JOB. So this is a little bit about what I was talking about before, our RE9 anti-aging line. So RE9 and nutrition make up over 70% of our business. Everyone has skin, so they use this on their face, and everybody eats, for the most part, every day. So that's why you can use both of those lines. But these are just a couple of the results that you can see with using the RE9 Advanced line. And that also works in conjunction with our Genius pads, if any of you are not familiar with that. And whoever brought you here today, if you haven't tried it, make sure you get a sample from them. And I recommend a full-size tester set because it's a way better experience than one of those little sample packs. And then this is a little bit about our nutrition. So we have a 30 Days to Healthy Living and Beyond program. And it kind of does three things, or it kind of reduces the number of toxins that you can ingest and increase the number of toxins that you eliminate. It's more of a clean eating program. There's no fasting. There's no deep cleansing days where you don't eat. You eat real foods every single day, because if you stop doing that and once you introduce themselves back to your body, you would almost go into shock, and you don't want that to happen. I, have a protein shake every single day just because it tastes yummy in the morning. It's easy. I'm on the go. And it's not because I'm necessarily looking to lose weight, but I know so many people that do this program and then they continue on just because they love the results that they were seeing, and they may do it a little bit not as strict. But it's just because so many times people I can't go a day without fizz sticks or anything like that because all hell would break loose in my house, let me be honest. So why Arbonne, why now? So there's 4 key factors to look at when you're thinking about a network marketing company. Usually some companies satisfy 1 or 2 of these sectors, but Arbonne does all 4 of them, which is so awesome. So number 1, consumable product, kind of what I was talking about before. So you use the product, you run out of it, you reorder it. Every single time we get paid. It's not just that first exposure. When I had my launch, when I opened my business about 3 years ago, I still have clients that go on and reorder from me every 30 to 60, 90 days. So like I said, our products create habits. Second, demand for health and wellness. That's actually Chris Weiler. He's my upline. Health and wellness is booming right now. I mean, there's nobody that doesn't ever want to look good and feel good from the inside out. So that's never going to be going away. And something that I also love is that Arbonne has always been vegan, gluten-free, GMO, all that stuff for 35 years. We're not just getting on that trend. We set that trend, and people are just trying to catch up with us now, which is awesome. The ability to leverage your time. So typically each month I work with about 3 to 5 key people, and we each duplicate about a 10 to 15, 20 if you want, hour work week. And I, help them get started in their business, and then they help other people, and then you get paid on their efforts as well for helping them become successful, which is super awesome. And then also an internet-based business. So my main chunk of my business obviously is in New Jersey. That's just where I came from. So having the internet is amazing. Really, I always see the quote, all you need is Wi-Fi and a dream, because really that's all that you need to do Arbonne. Because, right nowadays you're doing everything from your iPad or your tablet. I mean, you could talk to your car half the time and they could type in orders for you now. It's kind of nuts. So as long as you have Wi-Fi, you can do Arbonne, because that's all you need. I know back in the day, they used to have to fax stuff and do all this nonsense, and I was like, that would not be fun. So we have it very easy right now. Let me put it to you that way, which is awesome. So a little bit about what is the difference between network marketing and traditional retail for those of you that don't know. So traditional retail, it goes from a manufacturer to a wholesaler to a warehouser to a sales, whoever, retailers, advertisers, all those people are in there, and finally eventually hits you, the consumer. So the shirt that I bought, I probably paid $75 for it. However, it probably cost them $5 to make it, because every single person's hand that it touches, the price gets marked up because they have to pay all of those people. Arbonne, which is network marketing, goes right from the manufacturer. It's almost half the time linked to the independent consultant. I necessarily don't touch the product, because everything gets delivered right to the consumer's doorstep. So we cut out all of those middlemen, and they're able to put all of that money into research and development and paying back their consultants, which is awesome, because I want a bigger paycheck, and I don't really need, Jennifer Aniston advertising for me. And anytime you do see Arbonne, in a magazine or in a tabloid something, it's because people are actually recommending our products, which is awesome. We're not paying someone to put those advertisements out. And then a global opportunity, kind of what I've told you guys about before. We're currently in 5 countries. And you can do the business wherever you want. If you know people here, I always recommend start where you are locally and then expand out globally eventually. And I didn't necessarily know anybody in any of the other countries, but I know I can ask friends, do you know somebody here? And they do, and I usually am like, thanks, here's a product for helping me out. So it just is kind of not really so much about who you know, but it's about who they know. And then with Arbonne, there's 3 things you could do. So basically you'd switch brands. Like I said, you're just redirecting spending that you are already currently doing, but it's into your own Arbonne store. You get a great discount. It comes to your house. No black hole when you go in Target and spend, hundreds of dollars. So you don't have to worry about that. You would just do that online with Arbonne. You can save up to 20 to 50% off every single time you order. I mean, I know people that shop with a coupon code on top of a coupon code on top of a coupon code. So with Arbonne, there's many, many ways to save, and you can earn commissions, overrides. You can build a team. You can earn a free white Mercedes-Benz. I mean, the possibilities are really endless and up to you. You can earn free trips, jewelry, travel, whatever it is. Honestly, Arbonne can be that for you. It's just, you just really need to dream again. Sometimes people lose sight of what they wanted. because, you know, they're like, oh, that could never happen for me. You know, that only happens for celebrities or the rich and the famous. But truly, it can happen for you if you just believe that it can. Because if you believe that it can, it will. But if you believe that it won't, it won't. Just remember that. So there's 4 ways to earn an income with Arbonne. The first way is commissions. It's basically just whatever products that you sell. As a consultant, you'd make a certain amount, as a retail client or as a preferred client, you'd make 2 different amounts. It just totally depends. Overrides, that's basically from you helping other people build a network, and you make a little bit of piece of that pie. As a regional vice president, you get an $800 cash bonus on top of your paycheck to pay for your free white Mercedes-Benz. And as a national vice president, you get $1,000 a month to pay for your car. And then there's cash bonuses at every single level, an additional $2, $4, $600, or you can earn all of them and get an additional $1,200 a month. I know there's some people that don't even make $1,200 in a paycheck. So really just think about that. I mean, what could an additional $200 do for your family? Like, it's so many people are like, oh, that's not that much money. But truly, when it comes to, you know, keeping your gas or electric on, your water bill, saving, you know, your mortgage, and, you know, the top thing that people fight about, I know, marriages, is money. So you don't want to have that problem. And Arbonne can be that little bit of, you know, spending money so you don't feel guilty. Because I know so many times, like, oh, I can't go shopping because I need to get this for my kids or do that. You know, you need to feel good about yourself too and splurge a little bit. And Arbonne can be that paycheck for you to do that. So we have a super generous compensation plan. There's 4 levels of management in the company. Typically, the first level is a district manager. These are all just really averages, guys. So, and this is just, it's just commission overrides, right? It's not
No
direct commissions.
bonuses, no.
Right. So this is just like very low. So I'm just going to give you about an average of what I kind of think. So the first level is a district manager. Typically, it's about, I say, about $500 to about $1,200 a month. And usually you get there in about 1 to 3 months, 7 months. This is really the company as a whole average, but typically that's what it is about in my success line. And the cool thing about that is at a district manager level, you actually get paid to shower. So you get paid back on your own purchases. So every single time I do take a shower and I see the suds go down the drain, I just think cha-ching, 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 because I'm making money. So the second level is an area manager. Typically on our team, I always say we get there in about 6 to 12 months, and it's anywhere from about $1,000 to $3,000 a month in your paycheck. And then the huge perk at that level is that your business becomes global, what I was talking about. So you have the opportunity to leave a legacy for your family. And, you know, and it's willed for multiple generations to know that they're going to be taken care of if something were to happen to you. I was like, my old job, I might get flowers sent to my house, right? I'm definitely not getting a paycheck still sent home. So it's really awesome to know that you're leaving a legacy for your family. The third level of management is a regional vice president. That is what Julie and myself are. Typically, you know, you get there in about 1 to 3 years. I did that in 2 years, and the average monthly income is anywhere from about $5,000 to $10,000 a month and up. And then you also get $800 a month, like I said, for your white Mercedes. So let's just say if your paycheck was $5,000 and you get an additional $800 to pay for your car. It's like, what? I just got paid almost $6,000 for, you know, having fun, drinking wine with my girlfriends, and putting on skincare. Like, that doesn't make sense, right? So it's really, really, it can be as easy as you want it to be, or it can be as hard as you want it to be. And then also, when you're an executive regional vice president, you get $100,000 in life insurance. And then the fourth and highest level in Arbonne is a national vice president. Typically, you know, you get there in about 3 to 5 years. It really just depends. And the average monthly income is about $21,000 a month. I'm like, what? Like, and sometimes when people hear me say that, and I'm like, no, I said a month, not a year. Like, you know, it's like, what do you do with that kind of money? It's awesome. And you also get $1,000 a month to pay for your white Mercedes. Truly, at that level, I mean, there's people in the company that are making $200,000 a month, not $2,200, add another zero. But really, what I love about that is those are the people that are able to give back, start those orphanages, charities, and stuff, because it's really not so much more about you anymore, because you've basically done what you need to do for yourself, paying off bills and whatnot, but it's about who in your family you can help. You know, whatever touches your heart is something that's awesome. That I love the idea that so many of the VPs are giving back, and I also know that Arbonne is going to be the #1 network marketing company that gives back because of the generous hearts of all the leaders. It's so, so, so awesome. And then why Arbonne? A couple of reasons why it's so much more than a business. So personal product experience, I remember when I first started using Arbonne products, I bought them at retail because my sisters hated me, I guess, when I first started, and I got some of the FC5 line. I paid retail for them, and then I started using them, and I went into my job where I was working at the restaurant. People asked me, what are you doing differently? You look different. I was like, I didn't cut my hair. What are you talking about? Like, I wanted to think it was something other than my skin, which is what it was. So I was like, okay, the products work. Like, I saw it for myself. People were saying that to me. And then they're like, who did you get that from? Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, just call my sister. Just call my sister. So I was almost like doing the business and not realizing it. But it's so awesome that you get to use all of the products. So I'm like, I don't need to go to a day spa. I have that right in my bathroom. You have the ability to run your own business. So I love, love, love that you can plan your work basically around your life. So it's not so much that you have to, oh, I have to take off today because I have to go this. But if you know something that's important to you, I don't schedule Arbonne things that are then, which is so awesome because I'm in charge of my own calendar. The support, which is amazing, whether it's, from your upline support, your sideline sisters, from the home office, literally from anyone in Arbonne. Like I said, I literally came here knowing no one. I just met some people like through trips and stuff because I was coming here, and I was like, wow, everyone's so nice around here. Like, it's just really amazing, the community that you see, and especially going to things like Green Bay and GTC and, just getting to go on the cruise, like the cruise that I just went on. I went on a trip year before that, but it's just awesome because you see how tight knit everyone is, and everyone's so like uplifting and wanting everyone to get to the top of the company. Like, there's not just one ENVP in Arbonne, which is awesome. There's a lot of them at the top of the company. So there's room for everyone, which is so, so, so amazing. Tons of online training online where we have all about product knowledge and sales stuff and all that good stuff. But truly, your upline has a system for success that works. They are where they are because they did this system, and Amy and Chris have been in the business for over 10 years. So I'm like, I'm not going to fix what isn't broken. They've done it every which way to Sunday. So I'm just going to follow the way that I know that works. And then personal development is huge. So not that I was ever really shy to talk in front of people, but I remember the first meeting I had to talk in front of people, and I was like, holy crap, like, how am I going to do this? So sometimes if you don't see yourself up here doing this, you're going to do it one day, I promise. Because you're going to feel really confident in yourself and with what you're sharing. And when you're confident and passionate about something that you're doing, it's just going to show. It doesn't even matter half the things that I was saying tonight. If I slightly intrigued you by one thing that I said, you'll remember Arbonne. It doesn't necessarily have to do with all the facts and all the good stuff. You're able to give back through your community, through the Arbonne Charitable Foundation. Love, love, love that. You super grow as a person and a leader. Who I was 3 years ago is definitely not who I am today. And definitely being more confident in overall well-being, looking and feeling your best from the inside out, especially with our products. And then where do you see yourself? So there's kind of like 3 ways to win with Arbonne. So the first way is you can host a presentation. I just say get a couple of your friends around your kitchen table and come over, you pamper you, and you can get really awesome free stuff from the person that is your consultant. And then the second way is either it could be like a client or a preferred client. In my eyes, friends don't let friends pay retail. However, I guess your sisters do if you don't say yes to them. But basically for $20, you can get 20% off all products for an entire year. And at a retail, you pay retail for the products. You don't want to do that. Either way, you're going to get excellent customer service. There's a way you can actually get up to 40% off products as a preferred client. And we have something, I always compare it to like a Nordstrom note. You spend a certain amount of money, you get money off on your next purchase, which is our preferred rewards program. And right now, actually, all that money is being doubled through the end of the year. And there's no cap on it. I have someone that has an $80 reward, and then you still get your 20% discount. So she's like, I'm going to get $110 off. And I was like, yeah, you have to pay $40 in tax and shipping for an order. So it's really awesome. They took the cap away because it used to be only at 50. But the more you spend, the more you're going to get back. Just think about right now all the holidays that are coming. You're going to need to give people for Christmas. If you're going to any events, I'm like, I'm not bringing the wine. I'm going to bring a shea butter set or a sea salt scrub because that's what they're going to remember and have out by their sink. The wine bottle's going to be gone in one day. And so just remember that. So that's like, it's just something to leave a memory almost. And then the third way is to become an independent consultant. Like some of us in the room, if you're ready to start your business, it's $79 to sign up. I mean, I really think I overthought it a lot, obviously, if it took me 6 months to say yes. But truly, I'm always like, the hardest part for some people is just to say yes. But really, I'm like, worst case scenario, you just get a great discount on the products. Best case scenario, you can start a multi-million-dollar empire. So it's like, the choice is yours. Jump in with both feet and don't really look back, because, you know, your upline is there to guide you and support you and help you go to the top of the company. They are where they are for a reason. And so just remember that. Like, don't reinvent the wheel. I always tell people, I'm like, just follow the system. I promise you it works, because there's multiple people that have done it. You get 35% off all of your products, up to 50% off. Super unlimited income potential. I mean, does anybody in the room want to make $20,000 a month? Maybe? Yeah? I mean, even it took you 5 years. Would it be worth it? Yes, right? You can earn a free white Mercedes-Benz. I mean, if being in this arena doesn't make you want one of these, then I don't know what to do. There's a lot of personal growth and development in this company, and the friends that you meet and the memories that you create literally last a lifetime. I'm telling you, like, when I went to my first GTC, I was like, what is this? Like, it's honestly awesome. If you've never gone, or if this is going to be your first one, or if you're not sure if you're going yet, I urge you to get there, because it really is going to show you a huge picture with Arbonne. And whatever you do is get to the white party. Don't be one of the people standing at the glass looking at everyone, because I promise you're definitely going to want to go to that. And it's just amazing to get to connect with, 17,000 other like-minded people like yourself, who are all driven, and really want to make something of themselves and to help other people is really all that it's about. No. Oh, okay. So there's a couple of common fears and hesitations. I know I kind of talked a little bit about these, but one, you don't have enough time, you need to do Arbonne. And it's really, busy people are the best because they know how to manage their time. You don't have enough money, you definitely need to do Arbonne. So like I said, it's $79 to start up, but of course you want to become a product of the product, because how are you ever going to recommend these to people if you're not personally using them? But when you start up, there's these awesome packs that you can get up to 50% off when you join as a consultant. So that's something that I recommend when anybody in my business gets started. You don't know enough people, take out your phone. I'm like, oh, you have 2 friends in here, you know people. So, and really, like I said, it's not about who you know, but it's about who they know, and it just goes on and on. There's tons of people in my network that I would have never known if it wasn't for someone else before in Arbonne that was linked to someone and so on. And then, that 6 degrees of separation, I'm like, somehow I was going to meet you because I knew them through something. What will people think? When I started Arbonne, I was actually 24 years old. So I graduated college like a little bit before that. And I was like, oh God, what are my friends' parents going to think that I'm doing this? Like, they all went and got real jobs, and then here I am doing this. And I was like, I don't really care. And now I definitely don't care what people think about me, because I actually am more happier, make more money than all of my miserable friends that got that real job out of school. And what are you getting into? It's a fair business model. Everybody starts the same as an independent consultant, and everyone has the opportunity to get to the top of the company. So like I said, it's what you put into it is what you're going to get out of it. So if you want to be an executive national vice president, you're going to put the pedal down. But if you just want to enjoy the discount and maybe have friends over once in a while, that's fine too. So dream big, literally. I feel like I said that a lot. It's really just about casting a vision of where you see yourself. And, I wrote down all these things. We have like these, I write down 21 reasons why. I don't know if a lot of you guys do that in here, but I'm sure you do. Things that you want to do, see change just because of Arbonne, and you will be able to because of Arbonne. And for me, I was like, okay, I was 26 years old when I became unemployable. So I'm currently 27, and I was like, okay, that's weird to think. And to know that, I drive a free ride Mercedes, I was able to pick up my life and move to the other side of the country, because Arbonne has no territories. And like I said, all you need is Wi-Fi. So I can do this from anywhere. I just have to get out and talk to people. It's actually fun because I'm doing a ton of shopping right now. So I'm like, oh, you're nice. So like, it's really awesome. It's really just about, keeping an open mind, dream big, and dream even bigger. And if you think that you've surpassed all of the goals that you want to hit in your life, think about the people that you can help, reach their goals. Because like I said, it gets to a point where it's not about you anymore. And truly in this business, the key to being successful is just helping other people become successful. It's really, there is an even playing field, room for everyone at the top of the company. And if you, have the biggest casting vision and you can paint that picture for yourself and for others, I promise that you will go very far. because when I started Arbonne, I would tell people like, yeah, I'm gonna drive that white Mercedes, da da da. And sometimes I didn't believe it in myself when I said it, but I knew it was gonna happen because I saw all the proof around me that it worked. So don't think, that doesn't work, da da da. Think, what if it does work? Because really, that's the best piece of advice. And like I said, only thing you have to lose is a $79 investment, and either way, you're gonna get great products. So it's either you get an awesome discount or you can build a multi-million-dollar business and leave a legacy. Is that the end? Okay, there we go. Yay, that's it.
Yay.
Yay.
Awesome. Very good. Thank you so much. Well, it's always so nice to be able to hear from different people, and Danielle has such a great story, and I hope you guys were really blessed by it. And what I love is the fact that she's 27 years old, and I love what she said, she's unemployable. I've got a few decades on top of that, but I'm unemployable. Like, nobody could offer me something that would make me stop doing what I'm doing now, because I've seen the proof, just like what Danielle said. The proof is out there. There's so many people that have become successful doing this that there's no way I would go back. Plus, in my own right, have become extremely successful. And a couple things that I was just going to touch just a tad bit on, because we have so many people here tonight that are new, is the fact that when Danielle talked about area manager and the fact that your business is willable to your family, I really wanted to touch on that because my sponsor passed away 2.5 years ago. And her husband is a professor of marketing at Michigan State. I met them here. I actually met her at my church. They lived in the Woodlands. Also sponsored Lisa, because Lisa and I are direct sidelines. So Kelly sponsored both of us to her. And she ended up passing away almost 3 years ago. And her husband still gets a paycheck every single month of several thousands of dollars because of what Kelly did a long, long time ago, because she was unemployable and this was her full-time business. So when you really think about that, like every time I get in my car and I see that Mercedes emblem, number one, I mean, I have a strong faith, so I give thanks to God, but I also am so thankful to Kelly because she had the courage to share this with me. And she had no idea if I would jump in or not and what a difference it would make. But you guys, every single day, I think about that. What if she didn't tell me about this? And so how many people are out there that could use hearing this from you that maybe we're not sharing with that? And so that was just real powerful. And I know Doug could be making even more, but he's not working the business. He is happy being a professor. That was always his dream. And he left the corporate world to get his degree, his PhD here at U of H. And then he ended up, when they moved, he went to Michigan State, and he's been doing that for, I think, like the last 5 years or so. But he absolutely loves it. So imagine if he was building his business and that would be continuing to grow. But that's the epitome of residual income. And the other thing I was going to mention too, as a regional vice president or even as an area manager and being on the cruise, that Danielle and I and Carrie Capelli, if she's listening, she was also there. She's an area manager on our team in Utah. And Jessica was able to go on the cruise. I know, you're right there. I was getting to you. Usually it's great having your daughter in your business with you. It is. It's great. But what was awesome was, you guys, we flew to Fort Lauderdale on October 2nd, and we didn't come back till the night of the 10th. And I actually turned my phone off. A lot of the MVPs were still doing stuff, and I just thought, you know what the heck, I'm shutting my phone off. So I wasn't on Facebook that whole time or whatever. We came back, and our volume as a team had gone up $20,000. And so the thought of that, Danielle's probably went up more because she has more regional vice presidents, but you guys, that's amazing. When you're able to go on vacation, but you have built a network of consumers, of people that are passionate about the same things that you're passionate about, it's pretty incredible. And I also put up there, the towel is what they gave us in the backpack, and there's a bunch of goodies. So they're very good at blessing us, and they gift us tremendously, and which is really neat. But I just kind of wanted to share that as well, because I thought that was cool. So getting started, you heard everything that Danielle shared, and which is amazing. I'm just really briefly, if you are a guest, and if this is, just starting to jar your mind to where you're thinking, well, what if this did work? How could I fit this into my world? And who you might know that you could share this also with. It's not that hard. You do sign up just like what Danielle said. And then you order products. You want to be a product of the product. So you pick, some products that you want, you get started. And then your sponsor, your upline, helps you get started, helps you launch. They're there with you. We don't get paid. I love this about Arbonne. We don't get paid because we signed someone up. A lot of companies do. They have to sign up X number of people before they can promote. If somebody signs up, we don't get paid until they place an order and we start selling product. So I like that aspect a lot. So we get you launched, you try to think of 4 or 5 people that you might really, really want to talk to, do this business with, and then we just start getting out there and doing the activity. So Arbonne has a lot of things that they call reach out methods, whether it's a one-on-one, whether it's talking to people while you're shopping in a new city, whether it's hosting presentations, whether it's doing a Zoom party. You know, we have tons of opportunities on how to do it. So really the goal is just getting in front of 30 or 40 people a month. And the reason we do presentations or things like that is because it's a good usage of time. We're able to talk to more people, and you'll find that people validate. You know, it was really neat. I was doing a party at Mandy's house, and it was all with people from the UK and Scotland. I didn't know any of them. I just knew Mandy, and it wasn't Mandy's house. Mandy's preferred client, whoever, her friend, the hostess. Hello, see, anybody can pretty much do this. So I just started talking, and I was sharing about a guy that that was on our team that was an esthetician and a massage therapist. And all of a sudden this lady just pipes up and says, "Oh, Michael." And I didn't know her. I'd never met her before. And I said, "Yeah." And she goes, "Oh, I know Michael. I just had a massage with him." And I said, "Well, I'm meeting him this evening to talk about an event that we've got coming up." So all of a sudden that validated to everybody, because now one of the guests that was friends of the hostess. So you never know, but that's how the parties and the presentations, they can be a ton of fun, and a lot of times we'll call them a presentation, or we'll just say, just grab some of your friends and let's just meet around the kitchen table. And also you've got to be patient with people, because you don't know what experience they've had with other network marketing companies or with other consultants, maybe even a consultant with Arbonne. Hopefully not, because we're taught to have integrity and not hype our products and have, a great culture. We're certainly taught that. But we are all individuals, and we hope that everybody's doing things the right way. But you've got to realize that. And I also, just like Danielle, I bought my products retail at first as well. And I bought a whole RE9 set and a lot of things, because I knew my friend who shared this with me, but I still just was skeptical. And I thought, I've got to like the product before I do anything. And I just was concerned. So here's 2 regional vice presidents that bought retail at first. We don't recommend it. We don't want y'all to do that. We don't want your friends to do that. But,
it's not the path to success.
It's not, but we eventually can get there. We do learn from our mistakes. And once you buy it retail and you start loving it, you reorder it, it's like, what was that about that discount? And then that's when it all comes back. So anyway, all right. So recognition. And you guys, we have a ton of recognition, and I'm so excited. Arbonne is real big on recognition. They do recognize us. When you become a regional vice president, you get a watch. At Christmas, we get Tiffany. At Valentine's Day, we get gifts, we get flowers on our birthday, and now I hope they never stop that, because now I've really come to expect it. My birthday's in April, and I'm like, I wonder what the flowers are going to look like. I really do. It's like you look forward to that. And in my corporate job, I never got recognition like that. I was never given a company car or jewelry or trips or any of those things. So, all right, we've got a lot of people, and you heard Danielle talk about the different levels of management. And I know Danielle's got a whole team, and she's got a ton of recognition as well, but they're not here, but hopefully if they watch the Zoom, she recognizes her team, and soon I have no doubt she'll have a team, and we'll need a bigger room if she continues to come here for meetings. But district manager is that first level of management. Danielle did a great job of explaining what that meant. So what I'd like to do is, if your name is on the right side, well, Courtney's not here, Mandy's here, Chrissy, Sally, but Jennifer's not here. But if you've got someone here who's in qualification for district manager, if you would come up, and we're going to go ahead and hand them their flowers. I'll put them here. All right, so this is in Sibel's, yeah.
Let me represent.
Yeah, why don't you do that, Sibel? Because you're going to take these anyway to Natalie and to up there.
Right.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, it's not here. Stay there.
I think they're on. Are they on? Hi, girls. Okay. So I have Natalie Swindle, who had her launch party on the 4th of October. She's not there yet. She's in beauty school right now, so that's why she's not here tonight. She brought her friend who signed up as a PC, and then 1 week later, to join the business. So they are both now in qualifications, Natalie and Shauna. So, yay, girls!
Yay.
And Shauna lives like in the middle of nowhere, so she's on Zoom.
And Chrissy, you want to share?
So I know Clarissa's on Zoom. Where is she?
You can show her her
Yeah,
flower.
here's your flower. She's in California right now, and I didn't know it. She's still in California. I was like, I didn't know you're still there. I thought you would be here. Yeah, so I have your jar of honey for you in my car. So, but yeah, she's in qualifications. And then Miss Lynn, I met at the House of Blues 2 months ago, and she's absolutely amazing.
Awesome, you guys. Thanks. And then I have Miss Sally Neal.
Yay,
Who has
good
been
to
on my
see you
team for a long, long time, and she's amazing. And Sally is in qualification for district manager. I'm so happy. And Sally actually has a friend in qualification. It's kind of by default. Sometimes people just order a whole lot, and her friend Jennifer did. So, and I called her and I said, you know you're in qualification for district manager. She said, I know you'd tell me that. And I said, well, that's my job. And just letting you know, our meeting's on Thursday and you're in qualification for district manager. So she works for a law firm downtown, and right now she's just driving downtown all the time. So it's all good. But in any case, she is. So that's the beauty of it.
not always be tired.
That's right. Exactly.
walk.
And then
13 tomorrow.
Diana, well, we've got a couple other people that aren't here right now, but then Katie has, where's
Olivia's
Katie?
not here.
Yeah. You can you take it? Yeah, because you'll see her, right?
Cool.
Please do, take it. So Katie's got Olivia.
Olivia!
That's right. Very, very good. And then Sarah Frazier, Sarah didn't make it.
You missed one.
Did you? What did I miss? What did I miss?
Mandy.
Up at the top.
Courtney. I'm so sorry. I know, she's just I'm sorry. And this is Mandy. And she's just presenting somebody.
So Mandy, like you said, Courtney Miller, and she has been with Arbonne 1 week.
I got in, I got $800 in 4 hours. Fine, just getting text from her. Hey, I'm putting this in. We're like, oh.
Thank you. I'm sorry. Thank you. Lots of wonderful numbers, which is awesome. And then district manager bonus. So once you become a district manager, you have the opportunity every single month to earn a district manager bonus. And that alone is $200. So you guys, that's $2,400 a year that you could earn just in district manager bonuses. And the neat thing, like Danielle was talking about, once you become, once you grow and you promote in management levels, those are cumulative. So you can earn all of those, which is pretty amazing. But at this point, Sibel and Stephanie, Amy Foster, who's really rocking it, and Sarah Frazier and myself all earned district manager bonuses. So you guys, there you go. And yes, Steph and Amy, thank you. Bet. Awesome. Okay, and then strong start qualification. I'm just going to go through these just for sake of time because we do have a lot of folks, but I'm really so thrilled about it. So Lynn, Natalie again, Shauna again, Courtney, and Yolima. So there you go. And give them all right. And then Strong Start graduate, Miss Mandy. And what it is, Strong Start is a program that helps you get to district manager. If you follow what that is, you're going to get there. But you also earn several different incentives along the way, from a tote bag to a necklace to a free RA9 set, and then up to $700 worth of free product of your choice. So
I just want to add one other thing. So last month was her second month of Strong Start, and she missed it by about $400. So her name wasn't on there. But then I said to her, this month, we're just going to add it. So your goal is here, but I'm going to add that 400. And she got not only the second one, the third one, and her $700 voucher. So, yay! And Mandy has been in business for 6 weeks. So it can be done.
And invite people, because Mandy was invited. She was a great preferred client of Sibel's, and we had a training called Impact down in Houston, and Sibel was like, I'm just going to invite Mandy. Well, she invited Mandy to the Discover Arbonne, where they talked very similarly to how Danielle presented tonight. And Mandy's like, wow, this just makes so much sense. And the next day was a full, like 6-7 hour training. And Mandy cleared her schedule, came back, and was able to be there. And she signed up. So, and she's been just full steam ahead ever since. So congratulations. Very, very cool. All right, new district managers. I know. All right. Oh my goodness. So we have 4 brand new district managers, and I've got, but I feel, just come on. I just have stickers on them because I wrote them. So, all right. So I'll let you do Mandy's again.
I'm gonna go home with a garden.
That's not Mandy. Hold on. Sorry.
Did you write something personal?
I did.
Oh, okay.
That's why it matters. There you go. That one was Whitney's. I know, MW. Oh, good.
So come over here so your team can see you.
Yay!
Okay, so there's the flowers, beautiful roses. This is from Julie, and then that is from me. So you're district manager.
You bet. All right, Hannah. Brand new district manager. I'm so excited. Yay! So Hannah's a brand new district manager. There's your flowers. And whoops. These one. Forget because they all look the same. That's you. And then Hannah has someone to recognize as a new district manager.
Where's my winners? What is there with?
This is talk about the sister team. So that's right. So Hannah sponsored her sister Whitney.
Someone really likes it.
And then Whitney has someone.
Oh my God, my sister Kristen. There's 3 of you.
So they are all 3 brand new district managers. So Hannah has her work cut out for her because that's the cool thing. When you're a consultant, everything everyone does helps you. But now they're all their own district managers. So anyway, they've got their teams going, and so we've got lots of good work to do. So we're excited. So anyway, congratulations. All right, and then Grow Strong qualifications. This is something once you become a brand new district manager. Oh, that one's not too happy. Once you become a brand new district manager, Arbonne again gives you incentives to continuing to grow strong. So the first month that you're in Grow Strong, you get a $100 voucher if you earn that. The second month, a $200 voucher. The third month, a $300 voucher. And then an extra $200 if you complete kind of the whole process, which really isn't that difficult to do because it's what we should all be doing anyway. So, Miss Katie.
Yay, Katie!
So, thank you guys. And then again, and I put it up there just so you guys can see that it's doable, but you can earn all the different bonuses that are in there. And then the challenge. What? You could probably make it happen too. So, all right. So this is something that now Katie has 10, okay? But Katie is a new district manager. So you have to be a district manager.
You just started.
You just started. So some of these people, Jessica and Sibel, were district managers at the beginning of the year, or closer to the beginning of the year. Once you become a district manager, then the people that you sponsor within your district, and it's just to promote. Again, I told you, we don't get paid on sponsoring, but what you find is when you do sponsor, that's when your teams grow, and that's when your numbers grow, because again, it's leveraging of time. So Katie has a gift for sponsoring 10, and then where's Miss Sibel? So Sibel has a gift, because she not only, all right, Sibel had 22 people in her central district that she sponsored. So last month, her number was 44, and now it's 66. So that's 22 people in her central district. Now, a lot of that, Mandy was sponsoring people, and Sibel had other people, the Natalie and the Shauna, but that's the whole beauty of it. Now, Mandy has promoted, she's her own district manager, So that number might go down a little bit, but nah. Sibel's like, I'm gonna do this. So anyway, congratulations. Really, really proud of you guys. And this lets you just kind of see to date, you know, and the thing is, we've talked about it again, but it's like, those are all our area managers. So you can tell that the people that are really, really working the business and the sponsoring that's happening are the people that have promoted to area. And there's a whole lot of district managers in here that are working towards that and will soon be there. So I'm real excited for all you guys. And, oh, and if you're a guest, would you raise your hand? That we have just a, would you, you know what, let me do, okay. I just want someone to open me.
In demand over here.
We'll do these guys. Yeah,
Over here.
oh, yes.
Done.
Here you go. Yeah, make sure you got everybody here. So anyway, we just like, and one of the things that I love about Arbonne too is everybody starts at the consultant level. You can't jump in, or you can't say, well, I want to be an area manager. How do I get there? You know, you've got to all start at the same level and we grow. So that's something that is real important. All right, you guys, GTC. You heard Danielle talk a little bit about GTC. And what I want to let you know, this is our global training conference. And it's a conference that is held in Las Vegas each year. And it's a lot of fun. I mean, we learn a lot. The white party that Danielle talked about, if you promote to area manager or to region or to nation, you're invited to a pure, it's called the Pure White, Pure Vibe Park celebration. And you wear all white, and exactly what she said is so true, because I remember being there one year, and it's along, you've got all this glass walkway down to the conference center, and Arbonne does it out by the pool, and they do it really big. And so when you're not at that party, you're out there and you're just like looking at all of them that are, and you're like, I want to be out there. So it really is pretty amazing. But there's also, so let me just real quickly, the people that have registered, Kim, will you be my Vanna again, and Jesse actually? So if I call your name, will you come up and grab one of these from Jess or Kim? These are people that have already registered for GTC, which means they've already committed to going. So Amy Foster, Clarissa, maybe give it, will you see Clarissa, or I can give it to her as well? Yay, Clarissa. So one of those for Clarissa. Jessica, you get one. Katie Villarreal gets one. Take one home to Kelsey, or Jess when you see her. Kim Graham, you get one. Mandy Starkey.
Are those areas?
Sarah Fraser, wrist. They kind of are, but around the wrist. Shannon Broadman. Jess, Shannon. Sibel. Stephanie Rosema. And Whitney. And then we've also got Carrie and Jen and Terry, but they're on our Utah team, so they're not here. So, okay. Thank you, ladies. Yeah, take it. Oh, okay. All right, that's fine. So, okay, and I also wanted Lisa to come up, because you guys, we've talked again about recognition. And the source is one of our, I know. The source is one of our, is on our website where we can go for information. And Arbonne has different recognition qualifications. So if they honor you and they recognize you for several different things, not just promoting to region or to nation. But I asked Lisa to come up and just share a couple of the things that she's been recognized for in the past and tell us what she did to earn those things, if you don't mind, Lisa. And show it off, because they're all beautiful.
She asked me to bring it. So
I did.
But my name is Lisa Sims, and as Julie said, we're like sidelines. So Kelly was my sponsor, and then Kelly was Julie's sponsor. So we're sidelines, but I've known Julie for a really long time, and I've been involved with Arbonne for a long time. Back when actually we did have to text. So I remember the first couple of weeks, I guess the first year maybe. But anyway, I've been a part of Arbonne a really long time, and during GTC, as Julie said, there's a lot of recognition that goes on for different categories for you building your business. And so back when, I don't know, I don't even remember which years it was, but it was several years ago. I was fortunate enough to earn some awards at the grand award ceremony, which is a lot of fun. And so there's a few things that they give you for different achievement. Actually, it was always the same thing. And what it was called back then was it was called President's Circle. Because Rita Davenport, who was our retired president, you got to go and have cocktail hour and hors d'oeuvres in her suite at the MGM Grand up this like secret elevator and everything. You know, and then you get recognized on stage after, and it's for the top 50 in the company for personal sales and for you and the people who come into your business the first month of their business.
You and new.
You and new, yeah, that's good. So anyway, I was fortunate enough to get that a couple times. And so what they gave you, I got, these were, oh, I didn't, my shirt's being hard, but it was called Circle of Excellence. So they gave you these pins, and like this one is amethyst and diamond, this one's pearl and black diamond. And then one year, then the next year it was this, and this is like the Arbonne AA, but it's kind of different.
Picasso.
Yeah, and it's
Or
like diamonds.
Canturi? Who is the person?
Yeah, Stephen Canturi. He did the designing that year for a lot of the awards. And then one year, actually, I didn't even know it, that I got this ring because I was top 3 in sales in the company, and I didn't know. So that was really exciting. So anyway, there's a lot available, and you don't have to be a national vice president or anything. You can be whatever level. It's just what you do with your business, and there's a lot of opportunity. And it's really a lot of fun. You get to dress up and wear a long dress and go across the stage, and they say your name and your name. You know, it's just a fun thing, and very rewarding, and I recommend it.
Not to mention you take home diamonds.
Yeah.
So it's not bad.
And obviously Lisa doesn't like to brag on herself, but I'm blown. I mean, those are 4 different very prestigious awards, and I just think it's awesome, and I think it's very worthy of recognition. So, and we know that you worked hard and you did what we're supposed to do in order to get those. But you guys, you can find those. You can find the different, there's areas of excellence, and there's a lot of things on here that are for district managers, because a lot of that is personal business. And we know how Arbonne talks about for promotions, for earning the trips, for all the different things that we do, the emphasis is put on our personal business so that area managers, you know, some people will think, oh, well, she's an area manager, she's a region, she's got a bigger head start. The only head start is just that we've been in longer possibly, and we're not afraid of the nose or something along that line. But it all goes back down to our central district, which is something that everyone will have in common. Or if you're a consultant, your whole consultant volume. So that's something that you can, you know, we can explain that in more detail, but it's just something that I think is real important to know, that everybody's on a level playing field in this business, regardless of what your background is. It's just how much you want to share and build your business. So, all right, then I was going to give just a heads up on, I put out a Tiffany bracelet challenge for the end of the year, and I just want to let you know of the people that so far are in the running for it as of October. And just, you can raise your hand or whatever, but Amy Foster, Hannah, Whitney, Chrissy, Mandy, Sarah, Sibel, and Stephanie. So they have all. So, and you guys, if you're on our Facebook page, you'll know what it takes to do that, or ask your sponsor upline. You still have the ability to do it if you promote. So if you're an area manager, you promote to region, I'll give you one. If you're a district and you promote to area, I'll give you one. So it's all good. The other thing I was going to mention, you guys, is goals. If you have not already set your November goals, please do. This is our 4th quarter. If you're in the business world, Arbonne goes every single month is how our promotions and how our business is measured. But this is the time of year where people are buying products and where they might be looking for things. And unfortunately, a lot of people in the corporate world, if they're going to let someone go or lay them off, sometimes, a lot of times, they do it around the holidays, which is unfortunate. So keep your eyes and ears open. I wanted to also just mention, a friend of mine had told me, has anyone in here seen Gifted Hands, the Ben Carson story? Have you watched that? Wasn't it amazing? I don't usually give homework, but I would recommend that everybody watch that movie. You guys, it was so awesome, and I don't know which political belief, it has nothing to do, because the movie was before he was even choosing to run for president. But this movie is incredible, and it is so hand in hand with what our business is like. And I watched it a couple weeks ago, and I honestly was going to rewatch it and take notes so that I could remember all the things, but I was trying to remember everything as I went, but how it compares to our Arbonne business. Ben Carson's mom had a 3rd grade education. She was married at 13 years old, and she had 23 siblings. She couldn't read. So this woman, and she got married, well then the husband ended up leaving, and so she had Ben and his brother, and she not even able to read, but when the kids would say, Mama, what does this say? Because they were in school, and she'd say, oh honey, I need new reading glasses. So she faked it, right? She didn't want her kids to know that she couldn't read. Well, sometimes we might not know something in Arbonne, and so we find a way. I'm not saying, we don't. She didn't like, she was just like, okay, she found a way around it. Like, she found a way to get the answer. That wasn't coming out right, but in any case, but she faked it until she made it. And at one point, she started working for a gentleman that had this huge library of books, and he started teaching her to read. But it was almost like she had the vision of being able to read. And it ended up happening for her. She was able to. They had so many challenges. They were in Detroit. This was back in like the 60s. They're a minority at that time. He had no dad, so there was no father influence. And to be honest, in school, the way he's portrayed in the beginning, he wasn't getting very good grades for probably a number of reasons. But he was just, Mama, I'm stupid. Mama, I can't do this. How many times do some of us, nobody showed up at my party. They canceled. I can't do this. This is hard. And she just kept telling him, you are not stupid. You can do this. And then she started really, basically said, no more TV for you guys. You're going to read a book every week, and you're going to write a paper about it. Well, she couldn't read the paper, but she still but it was amazing, you guys, just over and over. But what I loved about Ben Carson, he never played the victim. He never played the victim. He just worked harder, and his mom instilled in him a vision. Now, I don't even think Mom had a vision that he was going to become this incredible neurosurgeon that did what nobody else in the world had ever done, by separating cranial twins. It's unbelievable what this man went on to accomplish. And at one point in the movie, remember, Steph, he had a temper, and it actually had gotten out of hand, and he just prayed, God, please take my temper away. And now he's just so soft-spoken, and he's like totally the opposite. And it's fascinating. But I just thought, he overcame so many different obstacles, and what he had to overcome was a whole lot more than us overcoming someone saying, no, they don't want to try our sample or host a party for us. So again, you guys, please keep things in perspective, but I really do recommend watching the movie. It's a wonderful movie. It really, really is. And again, so many things that parallel along with our business. And the last thing, and I'll close with this, there is a gentleman, I don't know, Jerry Rosenthal is someone have you ever heard?
Oh yes, he's actually in Southern California is where he's from.
Okay, well he's going to be in Dallas on January 2nd, and I know it's
He's
right
there
after
this weekend actually.
In
He's
Austin.
around here somewhere.
In Austin.
Okay.
Yeah, he's going to be in Austin. But and I have heard great things about him. I totally believe that Arbonne gives us all the training we need. But what I like about Jerry, or what I've heard about Jerry, is that he only trains Arbonne consultants. So he doesn't train a lot of other companies. So it's just something, I'll post it on our page. But if you guys are interested, a lot of us have already planned to go. And I'll send you the flyer. If you don't have it, I'll make sure you've got it. But you're probably getting information on it as well. So anyway, if you guys, I don't know if anyone has any questions, but we're kind of close to wrapping up. Or if people need to go, you guys we can break. And then if you have questions, feel free to ask Danielle or myself or anything else that we can help you guys with. And thank you all very much for coming. I really appreciate it. If you were invited, please, please, please get with who invited you. If you have questions, I'll be happy to answer them. So thank you guys. And Danielle, thank you so much.
Thank you.
You bet. And this is for Michael's grand opening. Michael's Express Hot Yoga. So if you guys want any of these to hand out, feel free. You can just like give me that stuff. You need to unzoom. Thanks, Larissa.
Have to go. I know.
Team's growing like crazy. I'm really proud of it. Very much. Is this done? Thank you so much for tell me on time.
All my girls, I know, make sure you get to
While you're